or we have to wait?
Yes. Dr. Rifat, are you ready?
I want to share
Hello,
one
Dr. Rifat, are you
diagram.
there?
Allow me sharing.
Yeah, I will just. Hello.
Yes.
So I will read this scenario. Till that, maybe Dr. Rifat will prepare. The role is pediatric registrar. The setting is outpatient department in a DGH. So you are talking to Mrs. Lancaster, mother of 2-year-old Christian. Background information: Christian was born preterm at 26 weeks gestation. He had a stormy neonatal course that required prolonged periods of ventilation, and he was discharged home on nasal cannula oxygen, with which he required until his first birthday. So Christian has cerebral palsy and epilepsy. He is fed via a nasogastric tube and takes nothing orally. He has been referred to the pediatric surgeons at the tertiary center for a gastrostomy, as he is becoming increasingly distressed each time a nasogastric tube is passed. So the task is discuss the procedure of gastrostomy insertion and identify Christian's mother's concerns about this procedure. Right. So the Mrs. Lancaster, mother of 2-year-old Christian, for the insertion of gastrostomy tube. Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Fat, are you there? Hello.
She is there but not speaking. Yes, hello.
Maybe her mic is mute or what?
Maybe mic is on. Maybe some net internet issue.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
We can hear.
now it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready, Dr. Rifat?
Yes, I'm ready, but I think there is a problem in my mic, so but I'm ready.
Now it's clear. Okay. So, Dr. Haran, will you set the time, please?
Okay.
Okay. So, you may start now.
Yeah, please allow me sharing.
No, have you started?
No, not started.
Just though you can write on the screen, Dr. Sandeep.
I have joined through tab, so I cannot write. I don't have that facility.
So, what I allow you here? I don't know.
Whiteboard you have to share. Share
Okay,
the
Dr. Rifat
whiteboard.
can imagine what I. Dr. Rifat can imagine. I'll start. Okay.
Okay.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dr. Sandeep, one of the doctors working here. I believe I'm talking to Mrs. Lancaster.
Yes.
Yeah, Mrs. Lancaster. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, Mrs. Lancaster, actually today I am here to discuss with you some of the plans, like one procedure that had been planned for Christian. So shall we start, or do you want someone to be with you?
No, it's okay. You can start.
Okay, Mrs. Lancaster, can you please tell me what have been told to you up till now?
Yes, Christian doctor has told me that he's having problem with this tube that has been passed through the mouth. So there is another way that through which the feed can be given.
Yeah, Mrs. Lancaster, you're absolutely right. Actually, there is lots of distress for Christian through this tube, that nasogastric tube, and as you know that he's getting increasingly distressed with each time the tube is passed. We have planned a procedure called as PEG tube, like percutaneous. That means percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube. Do you have any idea about this procedure?
No, I just have a little bit idea that a tube is in the tummy is placed.
Okay, Mrs. Lancaster, I'm here to explain to you and answer your queries. Please stop me in between if you don't understand anything. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, please follow me in this diagram. This is called as percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube, or PEG tube procedure, in which tube is inserted from the tummy wall in the stomach. Like here, this is our food pipe called esophagus, and below that our stomach. Am I clear up till now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. In this procedure, we insert a tube through the tummy wall directly into the stomach so that we can directly give some food or medications or liquid without passing the without giving through the mouth. We can directly give through the this tube so that this nasogastric tube is not required. Is that clear so far, Mrs.
Yes,
Lancaster?
but it means that my baby will not eat through the mouth.
Actually, baby has lots of problem with the nasogastric tube, and there is chance that if you give through mouth, some of the fluid or food may pass into the lungs, and it may cause some infections. That's why this procedure is beneficial for him to avoid such things. Is it okay, Mrs.
Okay.
Lancaster? Okay.
Okay.
So, Mrs. Lancaster, this procedure is done under some sleeping medications given by a specialist doctor, and one flexible tube with camera will be passed through the baby's mouth, and under the guidance of that camera, the tube is inserted by placing some small incision over the tummy wall. Am I clear so far?
Yes, I'm getting
And
you.
yeah, this tube has one inner disc which is on the inside inner part, which will prevent the tube from coming out, and one outer disc which will prevent the tube from falling back inside. I hope I am clear
Can
so
you
far.
repeat it, please? Can you repeat it?
Okay. A flexible tube with camera is passed through the baby's mouth that acts as a guidance, and a small incision is made on the tummy wall, and through that incision, one tube is inserted. This peg tube is inserted into the stomach. There is one small disc on the inner side which will prevent the tube from coming out, and there is one small disc on the outer side which will prevent the tube from going inside. Is this clear so far?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Uh, do you have any concern so far now?
So for how long this tube would be there?
Yeah, this is a very good question, Ms. Lancaster. Actually, this is a long-term solution. The tube usually required to be changed after 6 to 12 months, or if tube gets dislodged. But usually this tube we change after 6 to 12 months, and in between we have to take care. And there are other advantages also having this tube. Would you like to know?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, this tube is usually hidden under the clothes. Like nasogastric tube, you can see like it's through you can see outside. This is really under the clothes, so it will not be a socially embarrassing thing.
Oh, that's
Secondly, yeah. Secondly, like you can give medications, liquids, and adequate nutrition. You see, like mouth part is bypassed, and through the tube we can have a good diet plan, and we can give adequate calories. It will help to increase the weight of the child. Okay,
so
Mrs.
it means I can
Lancaster.
give all the food whichever I want that I feel it is nutritious.
Yeah. Again, this is a
Oh,
very
that's
good
good.
question, and I can understand your concerns regarding food. We actually
6 minute.
we will
6 minute.
6 minutes finished.
Yes.
Okay, actually, we will give you a diet plan through a dietitian, which will explain, which will give you detail about the which type of foods you can give, because we have to plan according to the child's need. Okay, Mr. Lancaster.
Okay.
Okay,
And
if you
what care
don't
should
mind,
I take it?
yeah,
What
yes,
care should I
yeah,
take it
that's the
after
point.
this tube?
Yeah, that's the point I was about to highlight. You have to take care of this tube. Like for first 2 weeks, we have to wait to give bath to the baby, because that wound is still in the healing process. Okay, and you have to clean the tube daily. We can use the small square cloth or any hygienic cloth, the face towel, which is used exclusively for the tube cleaning. Am I clear so far? And
Yes.
yeah, and you have to be careful that if there is any oozing from the wound site, or if you feel that any infection is there around, redness or infection, then you have to see the doctor or the specialist nurse who will explain
Okay.
to about the tube again. Okay, Mrs. Lancaster.
Yes.
Okay, and sometimes you may feel that the tube is blocked. In that case, you can flush the tube with some saline, warm saline. And still, if you cannot remove the block, then you can come to the specialist nurse or GP surgery.
Okay.
Is this clear, Mrs. Lancaster?
Yes. It is clear.
Okay. Okay. Any other concern you want to discuss, Mrs. Lancaster?
No, I want to have another meeting. If I have some queries, I will
Yeah,
go through the
yeah.
internet as well.
Yeah, that definitely. I will arrange a meeting. If you don't mind, I can offer you some leaflets and detailed information and websites so that you can read about that in detail so that we can have discussion in next meeting. Is that how's this sounds to you, Mrs. Lancaster?
Very helpful.
Okay, okay, Mrs. Lancaster, I can arrange your meeting with the team who is going to perform this procedure. Also, I can, if it, with your permission, I can attach you to a group of parents whose children had undergone this procedure and they are happy about doing this procedure. Is that okay with you, Mrs. Lancaster?
Yes, yes, sure. It is very helpful.
Okay, okay, Mrs. Lancaster, if you don't mind, can I go through the points which I have just discussed?
Yes, sure, please.
Yeah. Today we have discussed about one procedure called as PEG tube insertion for the baby. We have discussed the procedure of the tube. We have discussed the precautions which need to be taken, and we have discussed the care of the tube. Okay, Mrs. Lancaster.
Yes, thank you so much.
And thank you for sparing time for this meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So time is over.
Is there still time ahead?
20 seconds.
20 years, okay.
20
So
to
yes,
go.
Dr. Rifat, your feedback, please.
Yes, it was done very well. He great introduction and come into the agenda at the point at the time, and he asked about anyone else accompany you, check the understanding, and build the rapport. Empathy. Empathy was one or two sentences can be added, and cartoon or the picture. I think he was planning to make a diagram, but I couldn't see on the screen. And then uh, the information, it was appropriate, and he just used one or two jargons like incision. Instead of that, he can say that there would be a small cut in the
Yeah.
tummy through which it can be passed through. And one of the question I asked that I can give food, nutritious food, whichever I want through this tube. Then it is advisable in the literature that no other food would be given, no pureed food, no liquidized food. It is the only food, special food that is given by the dietitian. So it was in the literature that I came through.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's
about,
there.
yes, and about the cleaning of the tube site, it is written that you can wipe gently with the wet cloth, and don't use any wipe, or don't rub the site, and and that's all, and then pat dry with the towel. It was written about the cleaning of the site. And it was good that you have mentioned the leaflets and the support groups with your consent. That was good. And the rest was good.
Okay. Anyone
I
else has the
think
comment?
the topic is too big, and I had
Yeah.
prepared so many questions, but the time was too short to ask all these things. The other thing is that I think
You
in the
can do the
scenario
question.
it is written, in the scenario it is written gastrostomy tube. It is not written PEG, percutaneous endoscopic. So if we can just give the information open-ended, it is about the gastrostomy, not particularly, because it can be done through different methods. One of the method is percutaneous endoscopic.
Because this gastrostomy they used to do in past. Nowadays, all centers I think they are doing this PEG,
A PEG.
right? Mm.
Okay, so I'm not updated about this, but it is written in the literature that these is methods, and in the
Mhm.
scenario it was also not mentioned.
Okay.
And when I
Yes.
was
Anyone
saying that
else?
my baby will not be able to take anything orally, so you addressed it very rightly that there is a risk of aspiration. And we can also suggest that if the baby is feeling lip drying, you can use lip balm. And if there is dryness of mouth, then water spray can be used.
Okay. So, Dr. Rifat, what about orally we cannot give, but in the tube we should all advise the special diet by the dietitian only. We will not give anything else.
It depends upon the underlying disease. Like in the cystic fibrosis, the patient can take orally whatever he or she want, and in order to top up, you can give through the gastrostomy tube. But in this case, the child is having the cerebral palsy, so his swallowing and the sucking coordination is not intact. So there is a risk of aspiration. So in this case, the child would not be allowed to take orally. Like in the certain neuromuscular diseases, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, they can take it orally. But for the rest, the top up, they can give through the gastrostomy tube. So it is the combination
Yes,
depending
no,
upon the
but
underlying disease.
I'm asking the from the tube we will give only the dietitian dietary
Yes,
Yeah,
advice.
it
in
We
is
will
the
not give
written.
anything else.
yeah through tube only we give the specialized diet, especially the liquid diets
Okay,
that we give, and
Yes,
that is
it was
prepared by
written.
not
dietitian
else.
according to the child's need. If child is require like cystic fibrosis, high protein diet, the proteins will be added more.
Okay,
Cerebral
okay.
And it
palsy,
So
was
mother
written.
parents
that will
cannot
require
give
more
on
calories.
their own wish.
No, no, they
Yes.
cannot do on
No,
their
no.
own. But they have
So,
special
Okay.
bottles, food bottles actually.
And about the
so
Okay.
medications, it was written that they can take all the liquid medications through the tube, but for the tablets, it can block it. So it is better to crush it finely and mix it in the cool water, and ask from the pharmacy whether the tablet can be crushed or not. So there are the certain precautions in medications as well.
Okay.
Like
Good.
some few additional information like when the feeding will be started after doing the tube. Usually we can be started 24 hours after the insertion of the PEG tube. Additionally, the child mother may ask like when can I give bath? So this 2 weeks or till the wound heals properly, we cannot give bath. Additional questions can be like what will be the procedure side effect, then routine procedure side effect like infection, bleeding, hemorrhage, infection, hemorrhage, then procedure failure, that anesthesia risk. This we have to address. This could be
Okay.
additional question. Then types of feeding can be the additional question. The types of feeding can be the pump feeding, like they have specialized pump that gives the continuous feeding, or we can give bolus feeding, like we with the syringe we withdraw the feed and push it slowly multiple times in a day. These few additional
And another
information.
question is the child can go for swimming or not. In this case, not because
Yeah,
the child is 2 year old, but the general question is.
it will be after 2 to 4 weeks. The child can go for a swimming.
so
They
what
said
about
that after the primary device is replaced.
I read two leaflets actually. In one leaflet they have mentioned 2 weeks, one leaflet they have mentioned 4 weeks. So we can take the 2 to 4 weeks.
If child can bath, so it means child can go for swimming, right?
Additionally, one last thing, like there is special gastrostomy specialized nurse. Like before the child gets discharged from the hospital, she will demonstrate everything to the mother, how the tube is to be taken care of, how the feed is to be given. Only when the mother is confident, then the child is discharged home. And one community nurse will be informed in that area, and she can give additional support in case required.
So the aspiration will not be there if you put this G tube,
Yeah,
gastrostomy
there will
tube.
not be aspiration. Yeah, if the lower esophageal sphincter is working, then there will be no aspiration.
No, this is the question. Like if you
Chances are less
put,
now.
huh? Why chances are less?
Chances are less
Why?
because the esophagus part is completely bypassed by this. Secondly, the feeds are little bit thickened in this.
And they will give the
tube.
feeds which will not regurgitate, they will not overflow it.
And
It's according to the weight and the height and appropriate calories and food, special types of food. They will not give the all types of food.
So you
maybe
don't.
the
Sandeep is right. If there is no reflux, then there is no risk.
So why there is
There is
there
no?
is
no
a
risk
rare
of
chance.
aspiration, and if it is so, then they do the fundoplication as well.
Yes, this is
Right.
the point, Dr. Rifat. This is the point. Usually, when they put this gastrostomy tube, most of the pediatric surgeons they do fundoplication. They do it together. If they don't do fundoplication and if they put this gastrostomy tube, then even though you put the gastrostomy tube or pack tube, there can be aspiration.
See, but Dr. Hiren, if there is no concern regarding GERD, why they will do fundoplication? If the associated
No, no,
comorbidity is there of the GERD, then only they go for fundoplication. Their pec
no,
tube
Dr.
insertion
Sandeep,
is for
this
yeah.
is the trend like all the
Okay.
tertiary
Because I have not come
center.
across. Hmm. I
I
did not
have,
come across this.
yeah, I have seen the surgeon. They whenever they do this
Mhm.
tube, they usually go through this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay. If you have any source about this, then please share. I don't know anything about this.
I mean, it's
It
the
depends upon the underlying condition, because if there is
That's what.
reflux, then they would do the fundoplication. Like in cystic fibrosis, they won't do it.
Depends on the
Cerebral
condition.
palsy.
Is yes, true. Because CP child is having more risk of having
Yeah.
and cystic fibrosis have less risk. So depends on the condition and also depends on the surgeon who is doing what they prefer. So anyone else has the comment, Dr. Irfan, Dr. Rahel?
Yeah, this question. Lastly, you it was good actually, Dr. Sandeep. Just only the lastly you add those questions. I was thinking like a role player will ask for the what happened if what to do if any pus comes out from there, if there is any swelling or redness happens, infections and dislodgement and all these are usual complications. But which you mentioned already in the later part of the discussion. So otherwise, it was very good.
Yes, Dr. Sandeep, your knowledge was very sound in this topic and you explained almost everything. But the things which I want to tell you that you are not allowing role player to speak because you are a little bit interrupting her in between. So whenever a role player is talking, let them to talk. So give them some time. It's okay, even though you feel that time is wasting. So let them to give some time. That's what I noticed. And other
Yes.
things you are asking too many times about, is it okay for you? Do you understand? So, which I feel it was too many times. So, if you will
Okay.
work on it, so it will be,
Okay.
because in communication, besides knowledge, we have to work on these things as well.
Yeah. Correct.
So, these two things which you
Yes.
should improve by time.
One thing you
Okay,
said,
so
Dr. Vakar, he said something like one stitch fixing outside, one stitch inside. It was stitch or what?
Disc.
disc.
Disc. Okay.
So that it will not move from out and out. It will not
With the
fix for the
diagram, it is
fixation.
easy to explain actually.
Yes, true. For fixation actually. So shall we go for next history? Dr. Irfan, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So still there are 15 minutes. Can we repeat, reconnect meeting is better. So just start reconnecting.